Hey Shay. Hey everybody. First and foremost, how y'all doing?
Well, we as in me,
You,
and
everybody.
now the audience, doing great, doing great. How are you?
I've had a rough week, but you know, it is what it is. And it's always good talking to you. So I can say it's
Mhm.
better. Thanks for asking. Look,
I
I'm gonna
feel
be a little
special.
ghetto. Gotta get these. My lip gloss is popping.
Girl,
Play
child,
too
little mama
much.
was a fool with it. I used to love that little old song.
I did
But
too. Like people be doing her wrong, but
it's
she
because
ain't
she started
bad.
acting up when she went on stage with Jay Z
I don't care about that.
and
Imma be
Alicia
real.
Keys
I
now.
I didn't care. She was
Hmm.
feeling it. She
But
from New York. What you
I
expect?
know, but the girl, no, you can't do that. I think she started like kind of get acting like she was bigger than what she was, and that's what started turning people off. I don't know.
Probably so. Hey, Callias.
Hey, Callias, I like
Okay.
him.
I can't do it. It's a little rough right now, Got off work. It looked like work here. But yeah, how y'all doing in the chat too? Callias, how you doing? So y'all, today I got some questions. Y'all can feel free to chime in or whatever. But y'all know me and Shay, we just gonna vibe off each other. So y'all, as y'all telling us how y'all doing in the chat, I'm gonna go ahead and ask Shay some questions, and then of course it's gonna revert back to me. So
Mhm.
y'all, we gonna chill, talk, vibe, whatever, and that's that. So y'all, the first question I got for Shay is, what is her ideal relationship or marriage?
Ooh, see, and you better be glad you special to me because I don't answer these type of questions because I feel like people be watching and they
Look,
can
don't you go date nobody online.
say you just never know where they coming
Mm,
from
true.
because
Look,
they
don't
can
tell
meet you in
nobody nowhere else where
person,
you from.
right? They can meet you in person and then you don't have a clue they know you have an online presence and they be out here doing everything that you said you wanted
Yeah, because it look
and
like
then
we got four people watching and only one person commented, so ain't no telling who that lurker is. Hey,
hmm.
C. Hey, Bookie.
Hmm.
Oh, you
But
can't see. You can't see it. Let
what
me
he talking
see.
about some oh please.
Who, Callias?
Uh-huh. But
Callias is a hater.
my ideal
You ain't
marriage
gonna
or
speak to C? Look.
I see. I can't see the comments, girl. They real small.
Oh, even when I do this?
I've been having to go
Oh, man. Tough
oh
times when you on your phone.
yeah. I was finna get on my laptop, but I could not find a charger. Excuse me. Cowboys content is exhausting. What's good, Angie and Shay?
Yeah. Um, yeah, it definitely is. And all I can say, it's a lot going on, and I'm just really on the wait and see type of thing. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna get too high. I'm not gonna get too low. I'm just gonna be in the middle with it, and I'm not falling in love with players no more. Like I love me some CD Lamb,
That's
but
what made me
I
stop
don't think I got a
being
crush on
so
him no
big
more.
into
Like I be growing out of that stuff. I'm too old for that.
you remember when you first met me, I was big into basketball and football,
Hmm.
and I stopped watching it because every time you turn around, the player you like getting traded or injured or something, or the
It's a lot of
team.
politics. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what really made me fall back is the politics. I just feel like they can't play for real no more. It's I don't feel like it's real no more. To be honest with you,
It
so I
might have
feel
never have been, and it's just the older you get,
right.
you kind of peep
Now it's more
game.
obvious, or I'm
Yeah.
grown now or something. I don't know. But
Mhm.
anywho, back to the question at hand.
Hey, Dietrich.
Hey, Dietrich.
Thanks for stopping by. But you need to answer these questions. Don't be trying to
Well, I
wiggle
was
your way
listening
out.
when you said, "Hey, Dietrich, how you gonna charge me?" But now, okay, so I want loyalty,
Hmm.
trustworthy, because I want because trustworthy and loyalty are two different things. I would like transparency, not
Mm.
having to actually like I don't want to have to ask you these type of questions or what you know what I'm saying. I want you to be forthcoming with me and
Yeah.
honest and real with me. I do not want somebody who gonna tap dance on my feelings. I cannot stand it. Like be just 100. You don't gotta be brutally honest. It's a way you can say things.
Yeah. Know how to talk to me, but keep it real with me at the same time.
Exactly, exactly. Man, when I say that's one of the sexiest things on a man for me is when he can talk to me and be straight 100 real with me.
Yeah, because in that time frame, like for me, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like I'm a person where I am a little firecracker and I love to hear what I'm doing wrong and I love to fix that wrong. But I am quick to get a little offended.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
I.
so I'm quick to like snap back. But if you know
Mhm.
how to talk to me, it's such a
I'm
turn on. Especially when you're
it
not just being rude.
right for me. It depends on who you. Cause my sisters tell me like, "Why you so sensitive and stuff like that." But what's crazy is everybody who outside of my family who know me don't know me
Hmm.
as a sensitive person. Cause well, I guess I don't let them see that side that often. So for them, I have a lot more patience and stuff.
Right.
Now that firecracker does come out, but it don't come out as quick as it does with family and stuff. But I think it's because my family, to me, their opinions really matter to me. Well, some of them, their opinions really matter to me. So, I mean, my sister, my twin, she know what to say to get up under my skin. That's the problem right there. You know what to say to
Hmm.
me.
Yeah.
As
Those
she
are
walk in
some
the
good
room.
answers though. I can't answer for marriage because, as y'all know, in Callias, I don't want to hear shit. What you gotta say, but y'all know how I feel a little iffy and a little scared of marriage. So I don't really try to touch that, especially because time in my life right now, I'm nowhere near like marriage status. So
Mhm. I'm not.
I'm gonna just throw that out there, throw it
Mhm.
away. You answered yours. For me, with a relationship, I definitely want somebody who's reliable. That's
Mhm.
very ideal for me.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying they have to just always just be there 24/7, but at least attempt to. And even if you can't be there, make it as if you're not there. Like,
Right.
texting and calling is a good thing. Some type of way of showing your presence is there. Even if you just made a big impression that morning, or the night before or whatever
Mhm.
it is. But
And
just be there.
consistent with it.
Cause I have a big issue with that when people are so inconsistent. Like I had a lot of
Mhm.
inconsistency in my life with certain people, whether it was them or whether it was just for reasons that they couldn't control. That
Mhm.
always has bothered me since I was little. That's my one of my top things. The second thing is, ooh, I'm gonna say honesty. I don't like being lied to because when we really in that connection and we like this, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you, a
Right.
million with you. Like I'm not gonna be on no lying stuff at all. And I'm like that
Mhm.
with my friends. So, you know,
That's how I feel. For one, when it come to lying, I'll be looking like, for what? Who gonna whoop you? You grown. Why are you lying? Why? What we
no
doing
matter
here?
how much you think it's gonna hurt me, and it probably do hurt me, but at the end of the
Mhm.
day, I'd rather deal with it early on than
Yep.
later on. It's gonna be like,
One of my
oh, what's
things
that?
that my mama used to say all the time when it came, because she the one taught me like, don't stay in something you're not happy in.
Mhm.
Like don't force something. If it's good for you, it'll be.
Yeah.
But she said I rather hurt now than to try to hold on and hurt later. Let me go ahead and get it over with. And I'm definitely one of them type of people who like to just go and get the hurt over with.
Yeah. Definitely. Because I know for myself, going through it early on and then having to process it
Hmm.
eventually and further down, it really is very beneficial to me because it straight up brings out the toughness and strength in me mentally.
Yeah.
And I surprise myself every time. Like the blessing that God gave me with having such a strong mentality.
Hmm.
Even when I feel like I'm at my lowest, I always have a voice in the back of my head, like keeping me going, keeping me still inspired, and not settling for that darkness or sadness that's looming over me.
Same. It's I can't for some reason I can't stay. Well, it ain't no for some reason. I honestly feel like it's God, the Holy Spirit that's within me that won't let me stay down. I've been through a lot in life, and
Do you
that's
feel
just.
like you've had that since forever, right?
Hmm. I
Yeah.
feel like, and I don't know if it's because I went through so much as a child as well that made me built stronger, or if it's just who I am. Like the Lord picked me out for a reason and put me through this stuff because He already knew that I was gonna be able to handle what He threw.
Right. That, and also, remember you said in another live, and I freaking love that you said this. When you talked about praying for something and
Hmm.
how you're gonna get that blessing if you don't go through something to get that blessing. You know what I mean? You said that,
Hmm.
and I just was like, that was amazing, and it's so true. How I'm gonna pray for strength, but not go through anything that's gonna build that strength
Built the
up in
strength.
me or bring it
Hmm.
out of me in general.
Right. And the way we talking right now, for me with relationships, it's a big deal for me to be able to talk to my man like this.
Right.
For us to be
Hey
able to have
Zay.
goofy
Um,
conversations and
I can't say names, but it's a guy friend that I talk to, and they
mm-hmm,
like that. Like it's a guy friend that I talk to now, and it's like that. And the friendship is very new, but
mm-hmm,
I love that they keep it 100. And it's a certain way that they talk to me. And I just be like, damn, I ain't never experienced it like this from a guy. And I have to shout them out. Hopefully they know who they are. If not, I'll tell them later, even if they watching or not. But I definitely do appreciate that from him because it teaches me that it's possible. Even though I want to believe that it's possible, but because I haven't experienced it on that level,
right,
I have to appreciate that, and I gotta appreciate that person because they're helping me get that experience.
yeah,
And no lie, I know I be hard on them because, and it's another thing. I'm not trying to sidetrack, but it kind of coexists together.
mm,
I gotta shout out the men who still have that patience for women because us women, we can be so
mm,
emotional and so extra. And you have certain men, whether they your friend, a nigga that you're talking to, your man's, or your husband, and they still stick around and
yeah.
not
Can I
even
say
not even
something?
go left. Go ahead.
I feel like with what you say, I feel like it's different because when you say women are so emotional, we are emotional, but I this is might gonna bring some debate. But
Go ahead.
men are just as emotional as we are.
Mhm.
We just show emotion differently.
Yes.
And so I'm real big. That's why I'm saying something because I'm real big on that right now because so many people are like men are more logical, women are emotional and stuff like that. And there are people who actually really believe that. And the crazy thing is, when I was in school, I'll never forget it because I was in college and the professor was a man and he asked who's more emotional, men or women, and I was like men, men. Man, and all of this was like, man, girl, you tripping and all this stuff. And so the professor was like, it's men. He said men studies have shown that men are a lot more emotional than women. He
I
said,
think
but
it's a
women
problem with them how they express it because
express
of
it.
how it's viewed upon in society.
Hmm.
But I totally can agree with you on that. It's not gonna be a debate from me. But
Hmm.
the point of me saying what I said about shouting them out and giving them that
Hmm.
head nod is because I'm speaking from my own experience of me being a woman and I know how emotional I can be.
Right.
And those people
And
who are still in my life, go
let
ahead.
me not act like I'm taking no credit away from them, because that's 100% needs to be a shout out,
Right.
because
But I love the fact that you brought that part up too, because it is true what you said. And we both got brothers. So we see
hmm
the difference in how they express their emotions, as well as
hmm
we see just around us in society on how a man is supposed to conduct themselves and how they should express their emotions.
hmm and
Hold on,
women.
right, real quick. Zay said,
Mhm.
how was your day? It was all right. I can't complain. I can't be too happy, but I'm blessed. Thank you, Zay. He said hit the like. And it's cool. I appreciate you coming by, stopping by, because he said he in 2 lives. I love that. Thank you. Go ahead, Shay. You
I
forgot.
forgot. Yeah.
I
I
didn't
know we was
finish
talking about
though.
emotion.
Yeah, we got into something else. I love that too. Hopefully
Yeah.
people in the chat don't be like, they don't never stay on topic.
Right. And hold up, because with emotion, that's another thing I would like in a man. Somebody who can healthily express his emotions to me.
Yes.
Because I'm not one of those women who don't like for you to show me. I
But I
Let
gotta
me
get
pause
on
and
you
break
with
this
that.
down right
We
quick.
say that,
But
Shay, but we don't be healthy with ours. When we get into our emotions, we say some of the most throwed off, hurtful stuff. Keep it 100.
a little bit of truth for me. If I've been expressing, because I'm the type, I'm gonna talk to you first. If
Mhm.
I keep talking and I feel like
Not
you
the same
ignore me,
thing.
that's when I start blowing up, or I shut down and stop talking. Period. Like, and then when you ready to come to me to talk, that's one of my toxic traits. When you ready to talk to me after I done asked you what's wrong and you tell me nothing, I don't want to talk anymore, because I gave you your opportunity to speak to me about what was going on. You didn't want to talk, but
Yeah,
I'm
definitely
trying to
when it's
work
in that
on it.
open space of we're
Mm-hmm.
having a real heart to heart conversation. And this
Mm-hmm.
is the space in the room for us to keep it 100 with each
Yeah.
other on things that's been bothering us that we have not talked about.
Mm-hmm.
But yet you don't use that opportunity. You
Yep.
wait and say we didn't clear the air, we didn't got good, and then hear your
Mhm.
ass come bringing some shit up, and it's like,
I
oh,
can't
now we
stand
back
it,
to
and
yeah,
I definitely am one of the people who can't stand. I can't stand when we done cleared the air off something, and we talked about it too, and decided
yeah.
we forgave each other, and life move on. And the next time you get mad at me, you bring this back up, and then we clear the air off of it again. The next time you get mad at me, you bring it up again.
But that's
You
a prime example on part of that is true what you said. We talked about
Mhm.
it, we should be able to move forward. But part of
Mhm.
that do come with the process of we cannot dictate how somebody get over something. We cannot.
That's true. However, if we gonna say we over it, if you can't forgive it, you
Yeah,
need to
that's
move on
another
from it.
thing, like, you can't say that too, but maybe
Mhm.
some people I'm not trying to give an excuse, I'm just saying maybe why they do it. It's probably because in that moment, everything is all soft, chill, whatever, so they're
Right.
not they're not worried about it, but then later on, it might come back in their head, or
Mhm.
something you do, it may trigger them. That's not really on you, it's really on them not realizing that they still have some unresolved emotions amongst oh, shit. They have some I can't even talk no more. They have some their emotions is not being expressed yet. They still worried about hold on, y'all. They still worried about whatever it was that was still bothering them.
And let me. Oh, there it
And so they
goes.
still harbor over it. They still harbor over it, unbeknownst to them that it's still like bothering them, even though them and that person had resolved it.
Mm-hmm. That's why, like, when I don't like it. Either you gonna forgive me or you're not, but you're not finna keep throwing stuff up in my face. And because I'm
Mhm.
not that type of person. I do. If I say I'm cool, we good or whatever, I truly mean that we're good. So to me, I feel like you just lied to me, telling me we cool. Or I mean, it could be very well you
It's
thought you
both.
was
It could
over it.
be two things could be true, like people been saying
Mm-hmm.
so much lately. In that scenario, it's that
Mm-hmm.
two things can be true. Sometimes some people can just be like, okay, I'm good, I'm not worrying about it. And then some people later on it hits them again, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
trigger, and they
We
still
need
own
to
it.
break up then. Cause if I keep triggering you, I'm not healthy for you.
I
We
can't
need to
even
move
fight you
on.
for that because part of that is real. You had somebody in the chat. I don't know if you could see this. Selena. Hey, Selena.
Hey Selena.
I don't know if
Nah,
you could see
cause when
that.
I got kicked out a while ago, all my chat disappeared.
You can't see this.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, she just said, hey Shay and hello to everyone. But
Oh, she is. I see it now.
I didn't even finish answering the question. I said two things, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said somebody who's consistent and somebody who is
It's
honest.
honest.
And my third thing would have to be I don't freaking know. Cause I feel like I want to say communications, but I feel like it kind of go with the two things that I said
Mm-hmm.
already. But it definitely had to
But
be communication.
right, because honesty, you could be honest with me when you feel like it. That ain't communicating. I mean, it is a part of communication, but I
Mhm.
feel like communication is forced, like coming to me, talking to me, like actually,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? But some
Yeah.
people, it's if you ask me, I'll tell you. But if you don't ask me, then I ain't telling nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I want somebody who gonna communicate too. That and that goes with like the transparency I said.
Right. Definitely. Cause girl, a lot of past relationships, love relationships or whatever. Intimate relation. I ain't gonna say love because I ain't never been in love, y'all.
Mhm.
But only person I've been in love with is my daughter. But intimate relationships and even like friendships, family ships, whatever. That goes with it. Like some
Mhm.
people ain't been like that with me, and oof, that bothers
And you
me.
know what? When for me, I look at not just you, but like if I want to try to be in a relationship with you, I look at the people who are around as well
Mhm.
because I'm trying to see what's your relationship like with other people. Like
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
don't want somebody who's just good to me. I want you to be a good person. Period.
Yeah. Girl, I used to have this dumb idea of a boyfriend, and this is don't laugh, but
Mhm.
I had used to think that this was just so dope and just so attractive. And this when I say I thought this, I was like in middle school.
Mhm.
I always thought that it was so attractive if my man was mean to everybody else but adored me.
A lot
Looking
of
at it
women
now,
think,
I thought that was now I'm like, that's the most ignorant thing.
uh-huh. It be people out here like that, and it's still women to this day, like grown women who feel like that. I don't want no man that's nice. I want him to be mean to everybody, but nice to me. So you want a jerk? You want
No.
an asshole? Like no,
Mm-mm.
I
Your
don't
man
want
should be
this.
respectful.
Mm-hmm.
You should be respectful.
Now I don't want no friendly
Pushover,
man.
yeah.
You in everybody's face. That's different. But I would like
Who know
a
how to be
kind heart.
cordial with people.
Right. Exactly. Somebody with a kind heart.
Okay, but we go somewhere else. The next question is, um, what is the fear you have about marriage?
Um.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Um, I guess one of them is being committed, like strongly really committed. Um Second thing for me would be is it's gonna be hard for me with marriage in general because my mind frame is so on I don't believe in divorces, and I
Mm-hmm.
really want to be with somebody for the first time when I'm marrying them. I want to be with them until I'm dead or they dead.
Listen, I
So,
do believe in divorces, but I do want to be with them until I die.
mhm.
That's the goal.
Yeah, for other people, I believe in
Mhm.
divorces, but for myself, no, because hopefully whoever I'm with, I'm not settling and they're not settling. So that's why
Mhm.
I'm in fear of that because
Mhm.
of that. I don't want to have. I'm not saying I'm gonna stay in something and I'm not gonna get a divorce. It's the
Right.
fact that I don't believe in divorces on that's something
Mhm.
that I want to hurry up and jump to because a lot of times you have some people, yes, Shay, like you said, they settle, so that's why they needs to get a divorce because they're not happy, period. But see, I want to be in one where it's not even settling. It's the fact that we need to both work on things
Mhm.
individually and with each other. You know what I'm saying? To work some things, some kinks out.
Yep.
Because that a lot of times can really help a marriage more than break it.
Mhm.
It can either
That's
help it
true.
to where y'all can stay together, or it can actually help you to where it's like, okay, we really don't need to be with each other.
Mhm.
Um, I think that's all I can think of for now. If I think of something else, I add in. But a fear of yours?
Mhm. Mm. I knew it when you said it. I just didn't want to say it. Mine is that I would. Let me see. How do I say it? I will fall short. Like I'm afraid that I would be the one to fall short because I am one of those type of people who want to be there and stuff. And I know like you always tell me I'm so consistent with our friendship and stuff like that. But that's because I don't want to fall short in the friendship either. So I'm more afraid of like my side of I was finna say I won't be enough, but that ain't it because I know I'm more than enough. Um,
Mhm.
but and I'm a compromising person and stuff too. But and that's another fear. Not that I only fall short, but that I'll overbend too. Because I'm very
Mm.
compromising and I care about other people and I go out my way for the ones that I love and stuff. So I'm afraid to
Mhm.
also overexert myself and then build up resentment towards you. So I can't stand you.
Right. You made me think about losing yourself in the relationship,
Mm-hmm.
marriage or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You or that person. That's scary
It is. That is
because
very
you're no
scary.
longer who you was before you got in that
Mhm.
relationship or
And now
while
you
y'all was
gotta relearn
dating.
yourself. And
Yeah.
now, especially if you lose the person, now you got to figure out who am
Like,
I
who am
without
I?
them. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's actually something I've been through before. Not in a relationship, but when I first got in my wheelchair, I had to now learn myself over again because
Yeah.
life
Whole
ain't what
new
it was.
identity.
Yep. So
But
I'm a.
see, that happened to me in my last relationship, I feel.
Mhm.
It may not be 100% true, but I do feel that way in a
Mhm.
sense. I'm not saying wholeheartedly, but I do feel like some parts of me did get lost in that relationship. Which
That
in a
makes
sense
sense.
to me it's kinda a blessing because me getting out of that relationship, me doing everything I needed to do to where I am now, to me, I look at it as a blessing because I've grown.
Right.
I'm okay and solidified in saying I'm not that person no more because
Right.
I see and seen and felt a lot of those negative traits that I had. And the feelings that I was going through of being depressed or just sad all the time and just so many different negative things that I was going through, whether it was me individually for myself or in that relationship or what I took from that person and allowed to happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like those things about myself.
Yeah.
So
I
In
feel
a
like
way,
that's
it's
what
bad, but I
relationships
learned
are
from it.
for.
Huh?
Right. I feel like that's what some relationships are for, to teach you certain things about yourself. Like
It's a
I
mirror.
that's mhm. And that's why exactly it's a mirror. And that's why I am grateful for
Mhm.
the relationships that I had, even though one of them was terrible. Terrible. It didn't even last long.
Right.
Because I am one person who will let you go. And with that person, I do feel the reason why I left is because I didn't like who I had become. And when I noticed it, I'm like, oh no, they gotta go. Because I started changing for the worse. As in I'm getting mean to him. I'm I'm becoming the B word. And I'm
Yeah,
not
and
that.
it sound like that's hatred
Uh-huh,
towards that person.
exactly. Baby, very deep resentment started building and stuff, and we wasn't even together that long. And so I'm thinking, if we're not even together that long, and I feel this strongly about you, I'm
In the
gonna be on
long
snap.
haul. And
So,
you know what? Give yourself some credit for realizing that though, because how many of us women or men in general don't until it's too late or just never
hmm,
at all?
yep. And then try to make it work and stuff. I'm not finna try to make nothing work. I'm seeing it for what it is. And I remember there's something else you said, the potential stuff. Um, that's one of the things I wasn't willing to see the potential in the relationship.
Mhm.
And with somebody I like, I that's another thing, is with somebody I truly, 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 truly like. I don't know if I would do it for them either though. I
What
might.
let me ask you this. This is not even on my questions list.
Mm-hmm.
What okay, because something had to have happened for you to feel the way that you feel about potential, same as me.
Mm-hmm.
What happened though? What transpired in a little bit of details that you can or feel like giving out
The potential.
to
I feel
make
like
you
I
view it
grew
in a
up.
certain way?
I feel like I grew up. I feel like when we're younger, we have the patience to see somebody's potential, and um we can be in the talking stage for so long, and then we can work towards this, and oh, I'm gonna help you get through it and stuff
Mhm.
like. I'm not willing to mold or help. Well, I ain't trying to mold nobody, period. But I'm willing to help those who help themselves. I feel like not even with just a relationship partner or nothing like that, just people general in general, you sit here and overexert yourself trying to help them, trying to
Yes, it's
you
definitely
see.
limits on that.
And you see where you see their talents, you see where they can go, and then
Mhm.
they're not doing it. I'm one of those type of people. I'm helping those who help themselves because I done burnt myself out trying to help people. When I say I've helped people open nonprofit foundations, I've helped people, and I didn't. By the time it got around to me wanting to open a business in a nonprofit, I was already burnt out. So that's why I am the way I am with. Now I'm getting strict because I'm not into wasting my own time anymore. Why is
Kalaya
it so
said,
hard for us to
yeah.
express to people how we really feel? Because I feel like we get afraid of the consequences. We don't know how people gonna take it. And even when you think you know how they gonna take it, sometimes they show up way different and you be looking like, whoa.
Hey! Hey, Droku. It's been a minute, buddy. What's up? I'm sorry, Shay.
You good.
That's my friend. It's good seeing you. Go ahead, Shay.
You be thinking you don't know. Dang, what was like
I'm sorry.
it's okay. You don't know how people gonna take it. So, and then with who the person is, sometimes you don't want to deal with that consequence. You don't want to lose them, or you don't want to hear their mouth, or you don't want to get the cold shoulder. You know what I'm saying? But I
Mhm.
feel like if we have more healthy relationships and we see more healthy results to the stuff, then people will be it'll be easier to be more forthcoming with people.
And people are so emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Like even we are. Like it's not just on that person. Like we as people in general, men
And
and
then,
women, like we're overly emotional
yeah,
sometimes, and it is very hard for us to accept like
and then if it's
tough
something you
stuff. See how
know
people
will
feel.
hurt the person, a lot of times we'll lie because we just do not want to hurt you. But hurt me. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't hurt me on purpose. But tell me. Just tell me. Cause what I'm big on, what goes on in the dark, gonna come to the light. So you might as well go and tell me now.
True. And I know I'm saying this, but it definitely is hard. I ain't gonna hold y'all on that though. We saying, well, I ain't gonna speak for you. I'm agreeing and saying this with Shay, but it do be bothering me, and it do be sometimes a hard pill to swallow. So it's like I be having to really process it, and I really don't like to react right then and there because I know how I am, and I can just go and just take it too far, meaning I'm too much in my emotions. I'm not even processing and hearing what you really telling me. Like, cause it could be you having like a whole cry out moment, expressing yourself, and then here I am. I'm so busy about my own emotions. I'm disregarding yours, and I'm having a whole selfish moment. And I've done that too many times that I don't even really want to tell y'all how many times,
Mm.
but it's been enough to where it's a problem that I have that I'm still consistently learning.
When I was younger, I did. And then when I started going through something, and my mama is a communicator type of person. And I think it do have a lot of the way I grew up with in the household because I didn't have one of them mamas who, if she did something that hurt you or made you mad or she did something wrong with you as a child, that she wouldn't apologize. My mama apologized to us. My mama communicated with us in a healthy way. Yeah, she would yell and whoop us if we did something wrong, but she would also, after whooping us or something, she would explain to us why she whooped us, and then she
Man,
would
parents
ask
don't
us.
do that. Not a lot of parents do that.
Right. And then she would ask us if we understood and then have us explain back to her what we heard. So that's how I learned a lot of communication skills through my mama actually talking to us in a healthy way. Still to this day, me and my we still talk. Well, we talk almost every day. That's my best friend. Um, but I think I think it starts at home, but when you get older, because I ain't gonna lie, young, immature me, baby, going out, found her, I'm mad, I'm mad, I'm mad, and everybody gonna know it. Now,
Baby, times
mm,
like that, zero was my
mhm,
best friend. Cause I feel you. Be so mad, you thinking you a gangster, you ready to everybody. Like
yeah,
it's just that bad. Like that's what I mean, just overly emotional. And
yeah.
it don't even be that bad.
And to me now, I've learned to take the steps back. I've
Mhm.
learned I can tell when I done got too mad, and I'll just stop talking. And if it's the right person, I'll ask for a minute. And the thing about it though is my family though, because they
Mhm.
knew back in the day, like if I stop talking, it mean I done shut down. But now if I stop talking, it means I done got too mad and I'm trying not to act up.
You
So,
trying to
but
watch
for
what you
them,
say, definitely.
hmm for them, they still know me as the old me though. So they be like, "You done got quiet, you mad, or you done got quiet. What's wrong? You finna shut down and stuff like that." And I'll be like, "Nah, I'm not mad," or because I really don't be mad. I'm like, "Nah, I'm not mad. I
You
don't
telling
mind
me that
fussing.
I'm mad gonna make me mad.
Telling me I'm mad gonna make me mad." But a lot of times people can't see you as the new you because they know the old you, and that's all they see you as. And I be having to tell people, "Let me reintroduce me." And my sister and my mama have told me throughout these years, especially this past year, like, you done changed so much. Like, what?
Mm,
I was actually working on me, though.
which is beautiful. What's up, cousin Chris 214? I should just say
Hey,
214.
Chris.
214.
But I
He
think
he get
there's
that joke.
a lot people gotta put, like, even if you didn't grow up in that type of household to where you had people communicating and stuff like that, you have to be the one to see it and change, break the generational curse and change it. It ain't gonna be easy.
Oh, you just made me think about the other question I had since you brought that up. Was you still talking or I could ask the question?
You look.
Uh, what's some positive and negative traits you feel like you inherited from your parents?
Ooh.
Chat, y'all can feel
Positive.
free to join in.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in the comments.
Positive and negative.
What a chat. What'd you say? You saying the question over?
Mm-hmm.
I can name one right off the bat, and I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of two, but I'm putting it together. Um, being give overly giving. Um, what was the other one? Mm, putting other people before yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a positive and a negative with that because, of course, yes,
Mm-hmm.
help people. Of course, give to people when you can,
Mm-hmm.
but overly doing it,
Yeah.
it's not good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kalias, if I let you get in the video, you gonna answer and get off?
I'm gonna go back to the communication, how my mama would talk, because that's something that's big to me, and I do very well is communicate. And the other one, ooh, I feel like I got a lot of good traits from my mama. To be quite honest with you, but my communication would be the biggest one, and forgiveness. She did teach us forgiveness, but also that you don't have to stay around just because you forgave a person. Like my strengths, I feel like my mama gave me a lot of strengths. Shoot, I can even take that all the way back to my granny. Make sure you good, the mental health stuff. Um, I really feel like my mama's side of the family, I got a whole lot of good traits from.
Name two,
Because
two positive and two negative. So we not long winded with it.
I know I would say my communication and even the value of self. They really teach us to
Mm,
value ourselves.
that's a really good one.
And the bad, mm,
Hi.
hey, Callias.
Hey Shay, how you doing? What's up, cousin?
I'm
How
good.
you
I
doing?
actually got your name right today. Because I be butchering his name. The bad.
I'm just messing with you, cousin.
I know I love you too, cousin.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
to answer that,
Hold on,
similar.
Shay wasn't
Oh
done.
my bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
See, this is
See,
why you finna get the boot.
oh, not the
You
boot,
better, you
please.
better act right.
No. But the bad will be my cutoff game. Probably, I think I cut people. I stay around too long, but then when I cut you off, I cut you off, and I
Yeah.
think that could be a little bit kind of bad because sometimes you don't give people the opportunity to do better, and then
So is that a negative or a positive?
I think it could be both.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna
you got
say
1-1. What's your other two?
petty, and I think that one came from my daddy's side.
Petty in what way?
Um, I can go back and forth with you. Like if
Hmm.
I'm mad and I don't like you, well, that ain't if I don't like you, because if I don't like you, you cut off. But if sometimes you know how if somebody like one time you told me, I remember this. You was like, "I'm mad at you," and I went, "I don't care." I feel
You said that to me and I was okay with it. I didn't say
but
nothing fly back.
you did, and then you was like, "I can't stand you." But cause we was like we was mad, but not for real mad. But when you was like, "You making me mad," and I don't care. But I realized like it's never been for real with you because I actually care about you and your
I
feelings
know,
and stuff.
cause you so fake. You will come back later, I guess, after you didn't whatever,
Calm
and here
down
you
and
you
thought
just
about it.
stroll on next to me and be like,
What you
it's like
over
a
here
certain
doing?
look you be giving me, like, and then just start talking. I'm like, this
Hmm.
B, and here I am. Start
What Chris
talking
snitched
to you,
on me
Right.
for?
huh?
Why Chris told me he snitched on me?
Cause he said Kelly ass or something. However you say that.
Callias?
Yeah, you said it right.
Well, how you say it?
You said you
I
said
just
it
now
right.
realized that. What the?
Gone Callias, cause he over here burning in his seat, ready to answer. What's
Oh my
two
goodness.
positives and negative, two negatives that you inherited from your parents, or you feel like?
Uh, one the number one thing I did inherit from my mom was that I forget I forgive so easy I forgive so easily, which could be both the positive and the negative because certain people don't deserve my forgiveness, but I still forgive them anyway because I want to be good. Another thing is I'm a very giving person. I tend to give too much. I used to do that back in the day, but slowed down on that.
Give me some
My
money.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
catch me on Friday. But
What today it is? I
You
dang,
got
I shouldn't have
keep
time.
said it
going.
out loud.
Right. Y'all heard? I got witnesses.
Oh my god. Let's see. What did I catch from my dad? Oh boy, when my dad gets, I know I have my dad's exact anger when he gets mad. He he's not crazy when he gets mad, but it's like he's very a how can I say it?
Authoritative,
Yeah,
aggressive.
not exactly aggressive, more so authoritative.
I don't think
And
that's a
Okay.
word. Is that a
yeah,
word? I just threw it out there.
I think it's authoritative.
yeah, authoritative, but he's
Mm.
authoritative. I'm more the aggressive one.
In what way you show like you're aggressive?
Okay, say that
You ain't
I'm
putting
like,
your hands on somebody, are you?
no, 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 never,
Exactly.
never, never. Unless it's a guy that like absolutely ticks me off and he deserves it, that's the only time I will absolutely
Lord
do
have
that.
mercy. But who are you to say he deserved it? What
Right.
makes them
In
deserve
his
it?
mind,
Whatever,
he
whatever he did,
deciphered
but
it.
cousin knows me. Cousin knows I don't like violence. I choose peace over violence. But
Okay.
if I do get to that level, get like very mad, then yeah, I'm be ready to fight somebody, but in reality, I be just like walking off, wanting to cool off, asking God to like calm me down because I do not want to do anything stupid.
Mhm.
And that's something my dad would used to do. He'll go by himself, pray about it, calm down, and then explain why he was upset.
Mm. That's your tutu.
Uh, yeah, I think that's my tutu.
All right, bye. Get back in the chat.
Oh man, all right,
Love you. Bye bye.
love you too.
I didn't finish mines.
Go ahead.
I feel like from my mom, a bad trait I get is trying to save everybody. I used to have that real bad. It still kind of do a little bit, but I gradually have learned to just be like, that ain't got nothing to do with me
Mm-hmm.
and really mean it. Cause you could say it, but still feel like I gotta do something. But
Yeah.
that's something I feel like I've been trying to break.
Yeah.
From my dad, a negative trait would have to be somewhat similar to Kalai's. I feel like I have the anger of my dad. And when I say that, it's when we get pissed off, it's like you the worst thing ever, and it's no
Mhm.
nothing's off limits. Like we gonna go in, and
Yeah.
like with him, and same with me, it's very hard to calm us down when we're mad. It's
Yeah.
very few people, and I can't even put an S on it because I really feel like it may be one or two, and that's a
Mhm.
huge maybe. But I still have to have that room to where I myself have to go somewhere and calm down.
Yeah.
It's not a person that can. Um, I think I said my positives already. So yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it at
I
that.
really can't think of anything with my dad because I don't know him.
Yeah.
Like I know I've met him. I've been in the room with him before. Like, well, I ain't like he was a good father up until like the third grade, and then
Mm,
he disappeared. And he would just come back when he felt like it, pretty much. And so I don't have a relationship or anything with him. Um, I think I'll just try so hard not to be like him and to, you know what I'm saying, to where it's like I know for sure I'm nothing like him because I worked on it. I think like when I would say petty and stuff like that, catty, I feel like that is him. He would debate so much and stuff. And I would say maybe back in my old days that was me because I would
mhm,
debate. Um and it was like I couldn't be wrong. And I do think that I got
mm.
that from him. But now me, I'm more like my mama with the apologies and able
Yeah.
to be wrong
She
and
raised you so you have that being grounded in that
mhm.
sense.
And to be honest, I want to say I thank God my mama raised me in my, and I know this gonna sound bad, but as an adult now, I be thanking God that my daddy wasn't in my life because I'm looking at him and I'm gonna just say him for this because I don't know who watching and stuff, so I don't want to offend nobody. But looking at him and stuff, I'm looking like I wouldn't want to be nothing like you. And I think, yeah, matter of fact, the whole dang family crazy. I don't care who watches. Everybody over there a little loopy and stuff. So I'm like, no, I thank God for my mama's side of the family. And none of them are close knit to each other. None of them
Mhm.
have a family bond and stuff. And I was taught family values. And I would hate to have to go to like grow up and then be taught family values on my mama's side and be fishing for the family values on my daddy's side.
Mm.
I'm glad he wasn't thorough.
Too many negative traits that
Hmm.
you could have been.
I could have
Yeah.
picked up on.
Yeah. I feel that way a little bit with my dad's family, even though I did grow up with them.
Hmm.
Um, it was a balance somewhat, but I honestly gotta say we was more so around my dad's family, so I seen it all. And
Yeah.
to me, his family, everybody just seems so selfish and of an exception of like maybe a couple people on one hand
Hmm.
that's not. But they're also selfish and trifling and scandalous, and it's always they have that's probably where my dad always got it from. They have that crab mentality
Hmm.
and will smile in your face as if they mean you the world and want the best for you, but literally behind your
Like,
back, they
yeah.
yeah, talking bad about you.
And
So
I
I
need to
get it.
correct something. My dad wasn't there. His family was. We would go over there sometimes. They would come get it. But it was so few and far in between to where it's like you couldn't pick up nothing from them.
Mhm.
And it was, and then I'm not gonna be, I mean, all of them not bad people or not, you know what I'm saying? It's just from him, and then some of them, it's like, especially looking at them through grown eyes now, it's like, hold up, 'cause I remember a graduation party I had graduated college, and my uncle threw me a graduation party. My uncle my daddy brother threw me a graduation party and invited his whole family, the whole side of my daddy family, and invited my mama family. And that is something I'm gonna say I did like about them is that they did interact with my mom and them side of the family when they would come get us and stuff. They all it was nothing but love with his siblings and my mom and them, nothing but love. So, anyways, he threw me a graduation party, and I remember one of my cousins had kids, and
Mhm.
she she was like, I'm gonna go to the store and get some beer. And so she left. And I think my mama took her to the store to go get her some beer and stuff. And then her brother was like, "Where is she at?" And I was like, "Oh, my mama took her to the store to go get some beer." And he was like, "So, girl, her kids need some diapers and this and that and this. She just stupid. She's stupid and all this stuff." And then when she came back, he was like, "Hey, stupid, you are just so stupid. You a dummy and all of this stuff." And I finally went, "Man, shut up." I said, and I went off on my auntie. Cause I went, you sitting over there watching your kids talk about each other like a dog, and you don't say nothing. I said, and you don't get you don't get to call nobody stupid. You don't know if that girl kids got some diapers or not. If they don't, then that's on her. Are you gonna buy them some diapers? Are you helping her? No. So where do you get off calling her stupid when you haven't even stepped up to help her? Like, cause to me, it'll be different if I was giving you my money and then you went and bought some beer with the money I gave you or something. You're
Mhm.
not even helping the girl. So I was just like, and then I just was looking around. And I was just seeing so much dysfunction, and I'm just like, oh no.
Mhm.
One of the last times I've been with them, but I love my uncle to death. And he one of my favorite ones from that side. But he don't really affiliate with a lot of them like that though.
You reminded me of my aunt and cousin where my aunt, she got 5 kids, my cousin got 4. Bro, they even look alike, act
Hmm.
alike to the T, but my auntie, she is so into favoritism with her kids. She got 2 boys, 3 girls,
Hmm.
and the daughter that I'm referring to is her second to oldest daughter. Bro, she be so spiteful to her, and that's the main child who always help her. Can't nobody do nothing to her
Why is it
mama.
always like that? The kid that actually be there for you, and even with people, the people who actually be there for you and stuff, people tend to take them for granted.
Like, she be like she said some hurtful stuff to her. She kicked her out. She took her child from her, and,
Hmm.
um, when she would ever wanna get her child and, like, spend time with him, my auntie would not allow her to, like, go take him off anywhere. She had to only do it in
Like
front of
that.
her. She had no say so, to where now I don't know it to be a fact, but
Hmm.
it does from the outside looking in that my cousin's son, it looked like he had some resentment towards my cousin because she didn't raise him, but he saw her with his other siblings, and he's the
Yeah.
oldest child.
Yeah.
And when he was little, he did always want his mama, but all he knew was
Hmm.
my auntie, which is his granny. So that was just very tough to see, and I saw right then and there the toxicness of them and the
Yeah.
favor like, I learned favoritism through my parents not my parents, my dad's side of the family. Like, they have that shit so bad. It's favoritism with your skin tone. It's just favoritism with if you a boy, you can do no
Yeah.
wrong.
With
You know, if you the
mine.
girl, you light skinned, you everything in the sun and moon. It's just it's very nasty to see. I say
Yeah.
that.
I didn't see it growing up because with my mama, like I said, I really we would be at my dad and them people house, but not like that. But with my mama side of the family, sh I remember they told us stories about them growing up and stuff like that, and it was some colorism in the family. However, my mom and them never had us around them people. Like when I say growing up, I thought my family was so small. I was
Mhm.
like, it's only like 8 people in my family. Like we're a little bitty family. Come to find out, I got buku cousins, buku aunties and uncles, But my mama had took us away because she was like, "No, I don't want y'all around all that toxic behavior and
Mhm.
a lot of stuff that they have going on. I don't think that's the best. Like they be fighting on each other. They talk about, oh, they don't like you if you dark skinned and they think you're a god if you light skinned, stuff like that. So my mama kind of removed us.
I have
And like,
really hate that mentality.
yep. And I like that Callias. Girl, what the because
How
it's
you get it right this whole
I,
time and then
they did mess it up.
naturally you just butcher that boy name.
When he said he wish he had his dad's brain power. I love that. I wish I had my
Mhm.
mama's. One thing, only positive thing I can really remember about my dad is he could draw really good. And I feel like he
Mm.
wasted his talent because when I say he could really draw, and I remember him used to just draw stuff just for the heck of it, and it was good. I feel like he could have went somewhere with that.
You walking me into this topic about the whole older men and women being overly protective of the younger generation as far as the young men and young women.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I done seen a lot of unhealthy looking relationships based off of that, and it don't even gotta be somebody that's your family member. I've seen it from
Mm-hmm.
just a regular older woman and a younger boy,
I
and
don't
I'm
like
just
it.
like
I
and I'm
think
not
it's.
saying it in a sexual way. I'm not talking about a sexual gay I mean, I say gay. A
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
sexual way, you guys. I'm talking about just regular people just being cordial, knowing each other, but say that older woman, she cool with the younger guy, and I maybe the younger guy looked to her for advice for women in general, but
Mm,
when he's telling her these things, Goliath, when he's telling her these things, all she hear is he's not wrong, the other person is wrong. Say he's talking about his relationship with his girl, and
mm,
he's telling how things are a little rocky, and she's going and telling him, "You need to break up with that girl. She the problem." And not even hearing the whole story, she'll just go off of what he said the young lady did to him. Not saying he wrong, not saying he right. It's just a simple fact that the older woman instantly
bias.
go off of, yeah, that. And it could
Mm.
be vice versa with the older man and the young lady. I've seen
If
that too.
you older and younger, I feel like I can like me. I've had younger friends, I've had older friends, right? But we don't get super close because to me, what it's weird to me. Like if you're that much older than me, what in the world do we have in common? What was your mom at one point? What do we have in common for me to be around this older person like this? It'll be different if you're a mentor or something like that. But just to be my friend and you're like 15 years older than me, that means either well, it gotta be a mix of both. Either I'm super mature and you're very immature. I don't
Mm.
get it.
So
I need a tattoo too. But the fact I know
So,
which
you don't
one's
see
on.
yourself ever being in that situation, say, when you turn about 50 years old, and you say you've been knowing this young man. I say it made me think about that. Never mind, something else. But say you've been knowing this young man since he's been little and you watched him grow up and y'all
I
have
can't
been
do no, cause I'm
cool.
the type of person. If I watch you grow up and you're younger like that, consider I consider other people's kids my kids. Like my goddaughter, that's my child. Um, Shout out to Diamond, my guy, baby. But
Look,
that's
she
my
wanted that shout
child.
out. Not look, we gotta wait, we gotta pause. Diamond, you have been shouted out. We love you. We
That's my
referring to
baby.
my child. She told us we need to say something about her. There you go, baby. We love you.
But that's my child, and
And
so
shout
if
out to her because she got me these.
she got you with Reese's.
Knowing I don't need to be eating them. Thank you, baby.
But Cause that's how I see it. Like, you're a kid up under me. Why am I looking at you like that? Even when you grow up, like,
But I'm not
shoot,
saying in a sexual way.
to be my friend,
Or just the older, I guess in a sense they may be looking at it as you're a mentor.
I can look at it as a mentor. Yeah, I could do that. That's not weird to me. If you actually helping them and guiding them and
But bro,
being that,
you even know this.
hmm
All advice ain't good advice.
that's true. And that's why they need discernment. And that's why you need to have yourself together, because why are you an older person preying on younger people? Because there are some people out there that's like that.
What really had made me think about it was the job.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta speak in code. I still work there, she don't.
Mm-hmm.
But at the job, the lady wig,
I know who you talking about. An
she
older
did
lady.
she the older woman. She'll come back on. She the older one. Miss the lady name, I call her wig. Y'all can put it two and two together. But I call her wig, and she was really close to my ex. And hold up. She was really close to my ex. And I swear, this lady didn't know me from a can of paint. And I don't know if it was because she was trying to be cool with me, cousin. Hey, angry. I don't know if the lady was trying to be cool with me or not, or she just didn't like me because I was younger. I don't know what it was, but I didn't care for the old ass lady, and clearly she didn't really care for me.
She didn't like
But
none of us though. And I noticed how she was.
she
She was
now
one of
be
them
trying to
women.
talk to Nicole like they, but that's
She
another
was one of
story.
them older women who didn't like no female because she didn't get along with any of us. And the only time she really tried to talk to us when it was beneficial to us.
Drama,
When
and
it
she
was
wanted
drama,
to
she
get some
wanted to
tea.
know. Or when anytime it was some type of beneficial to herself. But she's one of them women who put men first and act like, I feel like she would have played favorites. I don't know if she had kids or not, but I feel
She
like
did,
it's
and she did.
played
When it
favorites
came to the
to somebody.
boys, you could tell she always had something good to say, but when it
Mm-hmm.
was the girls, she always be saying stuff about them.
Like that type of behavior.
Hey Rico, how are you doing?
And you
Rico
know
be on the
what?
back
I'ma
end
come
supporting.
in. Hi, Rico. I'ma come in
What's
my mama's side
wrong
of
with
the
her?
family again because my brother, for the longest, he was the only boy in the family. Like, he was the first boy to come along for a long time. And the only reason why we even have any other boys is because he had two sons. But so my brother really was like the only dude, and no, besides one of my aunties, nobody really played favoritism towards him. My mama really treated us like all of us equal. Now she did treat us different in ways, but and we I remember bringing it up to her as I was getting older and stuff, and was like, "But you treat them like this, or you talk to them like this," and she was like, "But it's because I know my kids," and I'm like, "What that mean?" And she was like, "I know who can handle what," and she was like, "I know you're one of the people who need more tough love," and she was like, "Your sister, if I yell at her or try to give her the same type of tough love I give you." She's more sensitive, so she ain't gonna receive that. And your brother too. Like, both of them are more sensitive than I am, and it might have something to do with me being the oldest, but I don't know because my sister, my twin. But I am. And she was like, if I try to be sweet, like talk to you like that, you gon' like, oh, you ain't feeling the consequences. You're a type of person you got to feel the consequence in order to
Mhm.
do it. So that part, I really do get that now. And like, it was a lot of misunderstandings with me and my mama growing up. And I know, like, I talk about her very highly now is because I'm looking at things through an adult eyes now, versus when I was young. Cause when I
Mhm.
was young, it was like my mama don't like me. That's how I felt. Like, my mama don't like me, and I don't think I like her either. and I'm moving out of here as soon as I turn 18. I was ready to go. And
And I
then
felt like my mama, she was always my hero, and I always gave my daddy a lot of credit because I'm a daddy's girl. But when I look back on things, my mama saved me from ass whoopings from my daddy when it wasn't even my fault. Because my daddy would whoop your ass real quick. But my mama, she'll be the one to step in and say, "Leave that girl alone." Or if I got a whooping, she'll be the one that's tending to my wounds and stuff and giving me that love and stuff. But I think that was just
yeah,
her way of making up for when she was always at work. So
yeah.
shout out to my mama who get on my
Shout out
nerves.
to your mama. Shout out to mine too. Cause I
Yeah.
look as an adult looking back and stuff, and then especially being able to go to my
He talking
mama,
about my nails, Elias.
I,
This time to do
being
you,
able to
Elias.
actually go to my mama and have these conversations as an adult with her, and her
Mhm.
telling me what her mindset was, and even apologizing for some of the things that she did, even though it wasn't really toxic or nothing like that. It was just pretty much a non-existent relationship. I was looking at it wrong.
But
um
that's big. Do you not know how many people who don't get that?
right.
And that's the
And
very reason now why some of them still have
it's,
strange
yep.
relationships with their peoples.
Yep. And then that's why now, like how you just said your mama, like, was you looked at her like your hero. That's how I look at mine now. Like, oh, that's my superhero. Even though
Mhm.
I back up from that title because I realize my mama human. She ain't no superhero. And I think me as a woman now going through this, and people was telling me like, "Oh, you're so strong," and like and when you have weak moments, they act like you can't have weak moments. So I don't took
Mhm.
that title off of my mama because I don't want her to ever feel like she can't be human, she can't have a breakdown, or she can't make a mistake because I
Right.
have her on a pedestal. So I
Mhm.
kind of took that off of her, and like she human too.
I get that 100%. I feel that way about both of my parents because yes, I had both of my parents, but I also feel like I lacked a lot in having because the grandmother that I was close to, she died when I was really young. She died in
Mhm.
2005. I was very young. And she was the grandmother who really was fair with all her grandkids. We all had a chance to bond with her, and she treated us all as equally as she could because you know you can't really treat everybody the same, but you can
Mhm.
try in your own way. So I feel like I fell short with not being able to really. I don't have a favorite auntie, you know. I don't really have a favorite cousin, and I'm talking about real cousins, not my cousins in the chats, but real blood cousins. I don't feel like I really have a favorite cousin. If I did, it was when I was younger and we all grew up and grew apart. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a favorite uncle. Like to me,
Mhm.
my favorite uncles was uh guys who was my dad's friends. Like they were
Mhm.
more of family to us than my actual family, people who wasn't blood. So I didn't get to have that covenant of real family. To me,
Right.
mine was just really my parents, my brother, and my sister.
Right. I have a favorite cousin on my mama's side,
Hmm.
but we grew up in the same household. My mama helped raise her
Thank you,
from
Angry, for
her
stopping by.
age. Thank you, Angry. So that's my favorite cousin. Like I look
Kalias,
at her, I love her.
I'm sorry, Shay, but Kalias, I
Okay.
gotta burst your bubble. Actually, Chris 214 is my favorite cousin,
Mm,
but we cool. You a cool cousin. He finna be mad.
my mama, I mean, my mama, girl, what the hell am I talking about?
You was finna go in. Look,
So
be careful. We are live. Don't be just.
my granny, I don't have nothing to say about my mama. That's why
I'm
I'm like,
just messing with
what?
you.
My granny, she passed, which my favorite granny, which my other granny died when I was young. On my daddy's side, she
So wait,
died.
you don't have neither?
Uh-uh.
Wow.
My mama's mom died when in 2013. Uh, I had just graduated college. Well, no, that was a year
Mm.
after I graduated college. So I was just glad that she at least got to see me graduate college and
Yeah.
stuff. But that when I say that was my baby, and that was the first time I went through like super real depression. Yeah, I went through depression
Close to
after the
home.
wheelchair. But that one now, when I say when heard people say, "Oh, I wasn't able to eat," all I did was sleep. I didn't get out the bed. I don't even remember getting up to use the bathroom. And I
Mm.
lost so much weight. And I remember looking in the mirror one day, and my face was sunk in, and
Mm.
I was looking like, cause I was looking in the mirror like that's me. Like I didn't even recognize myself. I went so deep in depression, and my mama kind of helped get me. It was a few things that helped me get out of it. One was my mama.
Shay has left the building, you guys. I don't know what's going on with her phone. I think, y'all, I gave her phone too much praise in the past, and now her phone has made her leave the building. This give me time to address Callias. You have no choice, cousin, to accept that. I'm sorry, but Chris 214, he beats you, cousin. In a lot of ways, you got to step your game up. You see how he telling us good night? You ain't told us good night when you finna go to bed. You don't even say good morning. How you doing? Nothing. You should log off, not log off. Get off and then come back in. He said bet then. That's all it gotta be. I don't want you to feel no type of way at all. But good night, favorite cousin Chris 214. He probably gonna be on the phone with some chick though. I get the tea later. He gonna
Oh,
lock the chat.
okay, I'm back.
Hmm.
Girl, somebody tried to call and it froze my whole stuff up.
Who called you?
My homegirl Azalea,
Oh, and you just
who
put a
I
name out
told
there.
to come to the chat and she
Oh,
didn't.
but she called you. That gotta mean something.
But I had told her I was gonna be on live, so you messing up my live.
Okay,
Oh
I
wait,
got one
I'm
more
telling
question
what
though.
got me out of
Oh,
depression.
go ahead.
Looking in the mirror and not recognizing myself was one of the things.
Joker.
I had got online one day. I don't know. I think that was God who made
Mhm.
me get online. Cause remember I said I wasn't getting out the bed. I wasn't doing nothing. And then one day I just opened Facebook and I kept seeing like RIP, 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 or man, I'm gonna beat that. I don't care. Like I just drama or deaths. And that was the first time I ever made a YouTube video. I got up, put on some clothes, and just made a video and called it Cherish Life. And I was like, I'm sick
Mm.
because he hit home because my granny is dead and y'all over here talking about I'm gonna fight you and all. So I was like, man, life is short. And so I did that video. Crazy thing is, I don't remember making that video. I just remember waking up to a whole bunch of notifications. And I looked and was like, why my phone keep dinging? What the heck is going on? And so I looked and saw the video and it was like I was talking to me about getting up and cherishing life and doing better. And you got this. And
Mhm.
so I felt like God used me to get to me because I don't remember saying any of those words. I don't remember putting on the clothes. I did not know it was possible to be that deep down in depression.
It is. It's real.
And for anybody out there that's going through it and you seeing this right now, just know you're not the only one. You can make it through it. I done been to some dark places in my life and for me to make it through. And I'm gonna tell you, I had once was questioning God, even his whole existence at one point in time. And for me to come back full circle and be like, ain't can't nobody tell me that God don't exist. Can't nobody wipe the smile off my face.
Mhm.
For me
It's
to come.
definitely another side to that, and it's a way to get out. You don't have to stay
Mm,
stuck in that. I know
yeah,
it seems very, very hard. I've been there
yeah.
too.
Cause when you in it, you don't see the way
You
out.
don't, not because 'cause you're just feeling it. You're dwelling and
Yep.
soaking in it. And it's
Yep.
it's comforting. It's you feel bad, but at the same time, it's very comforting, like a damn cover over you.
Yep.
But it's
And
like you're soaking in it, and it's really unhealthy.
right. And when people say I didn't understand when people like I'm in the darkness. It really seems dark around you. Like it really,
It
yo,
do.
it.
It really do. It really freaking do. Like, you're not lying
Mhm.
about that.
Um, just know you can make it through.
You gotta fight.
Yep. Nobody saying it's gonna be easy either.
It's gonna be one of the hardest battles you have to fight mentally. That's
Mm-hmm.
real. And sometimes, well, hell, a lot of times, it's not just a one-way fight. Like, you gotta
Mm-hmm.
continue fighting
Yep.
consistently. And sometimes you gonna fall short where you do lose that battle. Just don't
Mm-hmm.
stay stuck in it. Like, keep
Yep.
fighting, keep swinging,
Keep
and
swinging. It's
it'll
you.
really start to get better and better. I'm not saying it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be perfect, but
Right. Exactly.
you will
You
start
know how to
seeing
be
feeling
saying.
less of that cloud over you.
Mm-hmm. The me versus me. That's depression. You battling yourself.
True. I always say that for myself, like, I'm my biggest critic and biggest enemy at the same time, because
Mhm.
I can help myself or break myself.
Yep.
I feel like it just got dark.
It just got real.
Look,
Well, what's the next question?
I want to say we tackle all of them because it's one of them I really don't want to talk about now that I
Hmm.
think about it. But I
Okay.
do feel like we need to, before we end the stream, we need to kind of bring some more sunlight in the room before we sign.
Yeah, cause it got dark fast. Where Kalaya at? Okay,
He
I
probably
said the
sitting in
name
the
right,
corner
right?
mad at me
Why he mad at you?
because he not my favorite cousin. But he said
Oh,
he accepted it, so he could be one of those people who said but really feel some type of way.
eh, don't be that type of person. Be upfront with your feelings.
He gonna tell us. You know Goliath, he ain't gonna not say it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing too that I learned about Goliath is he be Captain Save-A-Ho too.
From what he's saying, alive, yeah.
And that was one of the first things I actually noticed about him, because I met
Mhm.
him in a Cowboys chat, and I don't watch that content creator, but I am
Mhm.
grateful to be able to have been in there and met Callias. I think he's the only person out of that chat um I talk to now. Like, out of that chat. Like, I don't fool with none of it. But Callias has been very consistent, and as an individual in general, he's really cool. He's a really sweet guy. Um, I think somebody tried to be fly with me, and he Captain Saberho, he was like, and then I don't know, we just started calling each other cousin.
Yeah.
Look, I can be
From what
nice to
I've
you too,
seen so
Kalaya.
far, he is a nice dude. And then when he be in her actually talking and stuff, he funny.
He
And
goofy
he,
too.
yeah, girl, just be laughing.
He do. But you know what too? I love the fact that with Kallias, he's open in
Me
expressing
too.
himself as a man. And sometimes in certain situations, some men be like, I can't answer that.
Yep. Him
But
and Chris, to be quite honest with
Chris
you.
ass be capping. It's different on the live than us in the phone. But it's
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
it's for him to be so young.
Who, Chris?
Mm-hmm. He do open up a lot more than I would have expected.
Yeah. He's very a grounded young man.
Yeah.
It seems weird me saying that because I ain't that much older than him,
Right.
but he is very grounded. Shout out to Chum. He was on here too. He's very. I think they about the same age. I think they are the same age. He's very grounded too, and I think it's a beautiful thing that they are able to communicate these
Mhm.
things and have that intellect to be able to express it and be honest, especially from them being so young and how these YNs out here be acting. Well, really,
Mhm.
they ain't even considered YNs no more. They old heads too. They hitting 32
Mhm.
almost. So they not no YNs no more. But I definitely shout out to them too. I
Yeah.
definitely appreciate they support, with the channel, even them coming in and, joining us and talking and stuff. So
Yeah.
thank you guys too.
I appreciate that too.
But
And
yeah.
I love the fact that we get a male's perspective and not. Oh, I'm gonna tell you what I love about our stuff
Mhm.
is a lot of videos I see where people talking about relationship and stuff like that. It seems like they doing more of putting the opposite sex down than even if it's like a woman, they talking about other women or well, what women doing wrong and what men doing wrong, and
Mhm.
it comes off very negative. And baby, I swipe right on past them because I'm not that type of person. I still believe in love,
Yeah.
and I'm not a petty. I'm gonna play with these dudes. I'm finna do this. I know I'm gonna leave you alone if I have to do any of that, and I'm gonna move on to the next because I'm not out here playing, trying to play cake and play these games and stuff like that. I want a relationship. I want real marriage. I want real love. I want forever.
Real
And
relationships with people in general.
exactly.
I was finna say something, but hell, I forgot.
I ain't talking about Southside, the realest.
I saw that and I was trying to hold it in. That's that Dallas stuff.
uh,
But it's about that time, y'all.
yep.
So, oh, what was I think I was gonna say was even the people in the chat from Droku coming in here. Who else came in here? Let me shout people out because they don't have to give
Angry,
us. Yeah,
Droku, Chum,
Angry, Chum,
Zay.
Elias, your friend Selena,
Mm-hmm.
Rico. Uh, that might have been it. Oh, Chris came here. I forgot cousin. Um, yeah. Or even the people who just watching, lurking, like
Mm-hmm.
we appreciate y'all giving us y'all time too. It's okay, sometimes you don't gotta
Thank
say
you,
nothing. You can
Elias.
um Dietrich, thank you for stopping by, even though you was doing your live. Zay, he over there back and forth, supporting both of us. I appreciate that. C, he came through, showed some love. I appreciate it. Yeah. Anything else, Shay, before we
Mm. Hopefully, we get one more live this week, and then I'm gonna be gone for a week.
yeah. And who knows? I might have another co-host. I might do one by myself, or I might go on vacation. Cause I really ain't this week. I have not been in the content mood. I got a lot of personal things going on, but
I'm
it's
proud of
always
you for
fun.
getting
Like I
on here.
said, doing
I said I'm proud of you for getting on here.
Sometimes I feel like when we be doing this, I need it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's
and
therapeutic.
yes. And it's always, fun and healing talking to you. So of course, this is like us on the phone, but we just
Mm-hmm.
got an audience, a
Yep.
little small audience, but it don't matter if it was one person in her or nobody in her. It's still gonna
That
be us
part.
vibing. So
Lions. We said, what's your dream vacation spot?
New Zealand.
Japan. I want to go to Tokyo and
What is
Fiji.
yours, Callias? Put it in the chat.
I want to ride an elephant.
I would like to pet one. I don't know
I would
about
like to
riding
pet a
one.
tiger, a baby tiger at that.
Oh well,
And
yeah. I want to pick one up.
it's so cute.
They
My
are good.
toxic trait is I want to pet exotic animals. I want to have exotic pets.
Baby, no ma'am. No, that is not a toxic trait. No. Try again.
I,
You
it looks
tried.
like a friend. I want
And we
in
didn't answer that. Did we answer that about ourselves? A toxic trait?
the toxic trait. Well, we
Mhm.
didn't. I don't think we did.
You go first.
My toxic trait,
Hmm.
I have a tendency to shut down. If I don't like what you talking about, you getting on my dang on nerves, and you don't give me the time. Well, like if I tell you, give me time to like, oh, we did. Well, we kind of did, but we got off of it real quick
Hmm.
because that's what I was saying. I said if one of my toxic traits can be if you ask me, like if I ask you what's wrong and you walk away from me and you like you don't want to talk about it right now, whatever, I get mad because I'm like I'm giving you the floor to talk about it. Then you try to come back later and talk about I don't want to hear no more. However, it's toxic because not only that is because you can't force somebody to talk when they're not ready. But two, is because I'm that way. If I need a second to calm myself down, because I know I'm finna say something crazy to you, if you don't get out my dang on face, then I'm gonna need that second, and I expect you to give it to me, and then I come back and talk calmly when I'm ready. So I feel like
Hmm.
that's something that I have recognized and I am working on because I realize like, nah, that ain't cool. Like that's one you being that's a double standard for somebody. Like you want them to give you your space and time and stuff, but then you don't want to give it to them.
Right. I think for me, mine is being emotionally selfish.
Mm,
I think that's one of my toxic traits.
yeah.
And I feel like now that I kind of know that about myself, I should be doing a lot better. But it really took me a while to really come to terms with that's an issue that I have. And it's really bad. And when I'm doing it, I don't notice right away. Like, and it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy because I instantly go into it. And I just, now knowing that, I just be like, girl, you be doing the most. But
I
yeah.
think I do put people emotions too much in front of mine. Like I be caring too much sometimes and stuff. And but the problem is, I think about it later and be mad, bro. Cause I'm like, wait a
Hmm.
minute. Like I'm not easy to gaslight or nothing like that. Mine is trying to save everyone. I used to be that person. But
Me too. Still kind of, that's something I'm working on, but it's not as bad.
yeah. I'm kind of over it. I help
Hmm.
those who help themselves. But dang, what was I saying before that?
Hmm.
Me neither. But I'm drawing a whole blank.
Droku.
But whatever I was saying, yeah. Like I'm not really a toxic person at all, to be quite honest with you. And to be honest, if you like toxic relationships and stuff like that as a friend and as like a man, my man or whatever, you will not like me because I'm not toxic. Like I'm very good with being a communicator, with being respectful and talking it out, and you know what I'm saying, to each person and stuff. But I'm not really toxic.
I still feel like, if I'm gonna be honest, I can't say that about
Mhm.
myself. I feel like it could still be some toxic traits in me. I'm not even gonna cap. Like,
I'm sure I have some traits that might be a
I
little bit
still got a
toxic.
little anger issue in me a little bit. I didn't chill down. I be calm,
Mhm.
y'all. But when people be kind of coming at me sideways, I do be quick to round. But it don't even be me
Mhm.
mad. It's more like, who you talking to?
Who you talking
So
to?
I gotta, and that's
hmm
my thing. Like, I gotta start just, like, it is what it is. Say whatever. Like, not putting energy into stuff that's stupid like that.
I think because I feel like my sister, she told me this the other day. I feel like she was taking me wrong, but I guess the way I can come off sometimes is because instead of me being so rah rah anymore, because I used to be like the the Tasmanian devil, but now I'm more like you going like you making me mad and you pissing me off and you saying what you want to say, right?
Mhm.
I'm wait. And then as soon as you're done talking, now that you're done talking, it's my turn. And I calmly can be an asshole. And I feel like yes, that can be a toxic trait. But and damn, I was finna say something else toxic because I was finna say, but if you brought that out of me, then you just brought that out of me. But
That's toxic, bro.
yeah.
I've just realized another toxic trait of me, and I still be doing this. Where, because you did something, like, say you ain't text me all day,
hmm
I ain't gonna text you all day. And instead of me just saying, okay, let me see what's going on with this person,
Yeah.
I don't. And then say I do talk to them or they reach out, I'm very standoffish with them. And I'm not telling them the issue.
Oh, I can't stand it. You ain't never did it to
'Cause
me.
we don't have that issue. It's never
Mm-mm.
any, if we ain't talked that day, it ain't no, we can bounce, we can have talked about something the day before, don't talk the next day, jump back in it
Didn't
the
talk about
following day,
yep.
and it don't be no issues.
Yep.
But I, like you said, we've built that with one another. So it's definitely different.
I feel like I'd be ready to fight if you did me
But I
like
think
that.
it's
Like, bro,
more
what's
so
wrong with
like
you?
that when you build that, "Oh, we gonna talk every day," but that's
Yeah.
not even, to me, it's not really fully on that person, that's me, like, "Why are you
hmm
doing the most?" Like,
And
other
then
people have a life outside of you, girl.
that too. I used to be that, especially like when I first graduated high school, and all my friends are going on with life. They going to college. They doing their thing, stuff like this. I'm still stuck. I'm in a wheelchair, and I don't have any
Mhm.
transportation or anything. So I'm just like, I'm trying to call them and stuff like that. Me not realizing you have a life, you got stuff going on. I'm not in the real world no more. So my mind is different. My mind was different. And so I'm like, bro, you ain't calling me. You don't care nothing about me. Bro, I went through it. But now I'm not like that. Now I really understand it and stuff, especially after I had got my first job, which was my only job. But I had got that job and going to work every day, fighting traffic, dealing with these people, then have to come
Mhm.
home. You got to make yourself dinner. You got to get in the shower. You got to find your clothes. Like there's
Do it
still
all over
responsible.
again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, bro, I was tripping back then, but I didn't get it.
You said something like that to me. It might have been when we were working there, you had spoke on having to have that cycle and how unhealthy it is to go work somewhere and then basically holding that and taking it home to you, and where your home no longer now is a safe space for you because you didn't brought your work issues home, when
My
home
mama
is supposed
taught
to
me
be your
that.
peace.
Mm-hmm. She always used to say she don't bring work home and she don't take home to work. because you have to have a separation because
Mhm.
and she is like one of the people who let you know how like watch what you do in one part in every part of your life, because if you like lazy in one part of your life, that's gonna spread to the rest of your life. If you lazy at work, you're gonna become lazy at home and lazy with your friends and stuff like that. So that's part where she kind of like explained those things on how you have to be as a person. But
Mhm.
like say if you a doctor or something and you, oh, I got surgery, you just had an awful day or whatever. Like she tell you sit in the car. Like I used to sit in my car and de-escalate and calm myself down and get all of those things off my chest and stuff because I'm big on not taking things out on people who didn't do it to me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Draco.
Um, I definitely agree with that, and I think for me that was one of the reasons, outside of other things, on why I really wanted to hound in on working on myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like I didn't backtrack a little bit, and I say that because yes, don't take your frustrations out on other people, especially if they ain't got nothing to do with it. But for me, it gets very annoying and frustrating for me, especially because where I work at, people see you 24/7
Mm-hmm.
multiple times, and they're always saying, "Hey, hey, 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 hey." That's gonna get annoying. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
every time you see me, you don't have to speak to me. You can give me a
Mm-hmm.
head nod or whatever. Hell, start a damn conversation. But it should not always be a hey, hey, hey. And so, say for instance, I got stuff going on like now at home. I don't want to go to work and really be talking to people like that. I just kind of want to go to work,
Mm-hmm.
keep my head down, go home, deal with what I got to deal with. But unknowing to those people, I'm going through this and they just probably just happy as hell to see me or whatever the
Mm-hmm.
case is. They don't know that and they just keep doing that hey, 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 hey. And for me, I'm dealing with all of this stuff. So my mind ain't giving a damn about how they feel or if they just want to see happy to see me. I don't give a damn about that. So I'm going through this stuff. So I'd be like, they'll say something to me and I'd be dry as hell or I don't say none at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody yesterday told me, they was like, "Hey, Angie," and I just looked at them and I was just like, and then they grabbed my hand. It was a lady. She grabbed my hand and she was like, "You don't talk to nobody." And I just looked at her and I'm just like, "Okay." And
Mm-hmm.
then she was like, "Why not?" And I was just like, I always been that way. I always been to
We got them
myself.
people concerned.
Right. I was like, I'm always like that. I don't really talk to people. That's just how I am. Part of that is true, but part of that is also a lie because I do know how to be a social butterfly. I do.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm not going through stuff, it is a different energy vibe. Like I am a little bit more, "Hey, how you doing?" But because I'm
Mm-hmm.
going through something, I'm very short and I'm just like trying to hear it. So at the end of the day, I am taking that out on them. And to me, that's another unhealthy trait
Unfair.
that I have.
Yeah.
Because I should be going through my own little BS and stuff, but I don't have to be rude to people. I can still be a little
Right.
short, but I still should be more respectful. I feel like I'm being disrespectful in a sense.
Yeah.
They didn't do nothing to me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I do be doing it. But it does get very it's heightened. It
It's
already gets on my
draining.
nerves when I'm okay, but it very much so heightens when I'm already like not in a good mood and they just keep on.
Yeah.
It's just like I just want to be left alone. I just want to work and go home.
Mm-hmm. That's why I used to want an office job, but then I realized I think that's something else we got to figure out is our goods and bads and who we are as people, like what we would thrive in and stuff like that. Cause like I don't think I would be good as it depends on the work if I'll be good at an office job or not because I got ADD and I
Mhm.
need to stay entertained. I do not think I will be good a repetitive job where we're doing the complete same thing every day in and out. I will get bored of that.
I think you would definitely do good at a job that's like traveling and not necessarily excuse
I
me,
would love to
not
do that.
necessarily outside of Texas, but
Hmm.
around it, say different businesses, and you, I don't know. For me, I definitely have to do something where I'm not always gonna be around people. Like
Hmm.
I am a person, I have to have my space. Um, Even if it's people that I like, yes, that's more tolerable,
Hmm.
people that I get along with. But just a whole bunch of people, I don't think that's a beneficial job for me.
Yeah.
I
I
like people,
think
but I don't
like,
like people that much. I'm very selective.
yeah. I think if I actually start taking content creating actually seriously, I think that'll be like the perfect job for me to like vlogging type of or like the stuff that I was doing, showing how I clean my house and moving around and stuff like that and
Mhm.
making my own hours and stuff to do it. That would be perfect for me.
Right. I don't see I don't think I should say this. Um, I don't know where this is gonna take me, us, whatever,
Hmm.
but I don't think this is an ideal thing for me.
Hmm.
I'm not sure. I'm still very much so on a defense with this.
Hmm.
But I do have a lot of fun, whether it's me making videos by myself or me being on a live, stream with you. I do have a lot of fun with this, and I can just organically be myself. And we have our own time frame when we want to do it, our own day. I like that,
Me too.
but I don't know. Well,
I
you got
like
any?
doing this. It makes me feel good. And like us talking and stuff, it is a form of like therapy for me. It's very therapeutic.
Mhm.
Um, but even doing the stuff on my own, I used to just do this where I would talk and be like motivating to people. But I don't think I like it. Which is crazy because the problem with it is when I talk a lot and stuff like that, and like how we talking right now and stuff, I will get a lot more like likes and comments and more views and stuff.
I think
But
it's like that because when you're just talking and you're trying to motivate somebody, it comes out
Mhm,
forceful, but in the
mhm,
sense of where we're doing it and we're breaking it down for our from our own experiences and standpoint and mentally how we are processing things, it's easier to really connect with that part of you
yeah,
because it doesn't come off as a judgmental or a forceful thing.
mhm,
It really comes off authentic because you are being yourself
yeah,
and not telling somebody what they need to do, but they can learn
right,
from your experience of when you're sharing the things on here. So I think that's why, because for myself, I connect more with that because I can watch motivational videos and I've even had some in my own stuff, but I gotta be real. I had them and I follow some of them people,
mm-hmm.
but tend to find myself strolling away from it and not really watching that because sometimes I just want to just not have to feel pressure, I guess. I don't
Hmm.
know.
To me, sometimes it just come. I'm big on, and this is why I was doing the motivational speaking part, and I would kind of bring myself into it because
Mhm.
I'm really big on you better be living the lifestyle that you trying to preach. And that's why I don't watch a lot because a lot of people, if I like your energy, like Tabitha Brown, I was watching her before she became the Tabitha Rich Brown, you know what I'm saying? That everybody love and know is auntie now. But I watched her when she very first like started and stuff. And because I felt like discernment. She was authentically who she was. And so
Mhm.
I like watching people like that. But I've noticed like I used to like Derek Jackson, and then I remember one day I watched him. I think I watched like him like 3, 4 times, and then one day I think maybe that
About
fifth
that
time.
man who cheated on his wife?
Mm-hmm. On that fifth time I saw him, I was like, I don't think I like this dude. And cause I started noticing a pattern. I'm like, he caters to women. He tell us what we want to hear, not what we need to hear. And so I was like, no, I don't think I like him. And then later on, it came out he had cheated on his wife and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, he saw dollar signs. And so I looked at those type of things, and I ask for discernment, and I pay attention and stuff.
Mhm.
And I also don't want you to preach at me either.
Right.
So I like kind of how I was doing it. I want to bring it back to where I would talk and stuff and motivate people. And I think this time, if I do ever bring it back, I would do more story times with it though.
I like
To
that.
like, thank you.
I
Actually,
need you one day on here
mm-hmm.
to tell us your story about when you was like Riley when he was selling candy, about your little how can I say rebellious side when you got caught up at the store.
Ah, girl.
They gonna laugh.
He
I
just
love this story,
told it
y'all.
on
With Shay.
my own.
I love
All
this
right,
story,
I'll do
y'all.
it.
With Shay. You
Girl,
gonna have to open it up with that, cause baby, that
I was
best
out here
story ever. This
tripping.
shit was funny, and then the way you explain it. But
Girl, tripping. Okay, I'll do that one day.
y'all, we gonna end the stream at this point. Hopefully everybody, enjoyed themselves. I know I did, and I needed
I
this.
did too.
All of y'all is a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I hope everybody is doing good too at the end of the day. Like,
Yep.
despite whatever you're going through, I hope you still just maintaining a level head, trying to be as, positive as possible, because it's hard sometimes. It is.
Mm-hmm.
But it really is a lot of
Keep
different
fighting.
things that we can be happy about.
Mm-hmm. And
You got
don't compare yourself to other people. Comparison is a thief of joy.
mm, say it again.
Comparison is a thief of joy.
Straight like that. And that's how we're gonna end it. Everybody have a good night. And thank you,
Good
Shay.
night.
I
You're
love you, boo
welcome.
boo.
Thank you. Love you too.